Falkirk TV is proudly sponsored by GM Landscape UK.
It's top versus bottom at the Falkirk Stadium, with both sides coming into this one desperate to take all 3 points. For Falkirk, it's all about preservation and hopefully extension between now and the end of the season, with an 8-point lead over second place Livingston and just 7 matches of the William Hill Championship campaign remaining. For Rhys McCabe's Diamonds, time is running out for them to overturn a 6-point deficit and try to avoid relegation to League One just 2 seasons after being promoted to the second tier. It looks set to be a compelling afternoon of football in FK2. It is Falkirk versus Airdrieonians in the William Hill Championship. Well, it's 2 sides fighting battles at either end of the William Hill Championship table. What do you expect from this match this afternoon, Josh?
Yeah, I think it'll be a high-tempo game. Both teams love to play with the ball, spread it about. Both players have got pace in good areas, and here we go.
Ethan Ross with a pull back from Alex Bannon, and Falkirk wanted to take the free kick quickly, but Ewan Anderson asking for caution.
That's a shame. It was a bright idea from Ethan Ross to try and take it quickly. Hendo's in a good area, but the referee opting just to bring it back. Didn't see a great reason to bring it back on that occasion.
An early chance for the Navy Blue to load the box as Miller swings one in! Lang's header! And it ends up going behind for an Airdrie goal kick, but time just seemed to stand still as Falkirk went close to an opener.
That's a sensational delivery from Calvin Miller. Tom Lang just drives his header into the ground rather than towards goal.
Aidan Wilson's header touched on by McMaster. Henderson though able to find Miller with Falkirk advancing. Here's Adams, looks for Miller again. Miller is so sharp and does well to win a corner kick.
Oh, that's great play again. Spencer finding the feet of Miller. A nice little 1-2 with Adams. And Miller does really well to get on the end of that, cut it back and win Falkirk a corner.
Calvin Miller with one of his premier displays in a Falkirk jersey last weekend at Hampden Park. And a chance to deliver into the boxes. The Bairns hunt down an early goal. It's Miller's delivery on by Oliver! And that is an exceptional save from Kane Melrose.
That's a fantastic save. Look at the run Gary Oliver makes here. He starts centrally, makes great contact with it. Got to credit the young goalkeeper on that occasion.
Take 2 from Miller, shot to Spencer, whipped in towards Donaldson. It might just drop, and Melrose again with heroics for Airdrie. The Diamonds have their goalkeeper to thank that they aren't 2 or maybe 3 goals behind.
Absolutely.
Lang lifts it high. Well backed in by Oliver. Ross able to try and turn in, wins a free kick too.
That's the intelligence that we talk about with Gary Oliver. He uses his strength there, brings it down, and Ethan Ross can then just use his pace, get on the ball, knock it past his defender and win a free kick. And I have to say, I think Calvin Miller's going to fancy this one.
But it looks like it might favour the left foot of Calvin Miller. Ross though goes for goal and hits the crossbar.
A spectacular effort, Ethan Ross. He's hit that very well, and it dips very late, almost catching the goalkeeper out.
Looks as though Spencer might fancy this one. It's Miller to whip it into the area, and it just wouldn't break for a navy blue jersey. Mackie strikes! And it wasn't far away.
Oh, there's nothing more satisfying than watching Sean Mackie line up to take a long range shot and tell you he wasn't actually too far away.
Hancock away from Adams. Good bustling run from him. He might go all the way. It's Hancock! And it's a fantastic save from Hogarth. Attack still on for Airdrie. McMaster lifts it in and Mackie gets ahead to it, but that's another warning sign that away team are really growing into this one. McCabe curls one in. It's touched goalwards, flicked on, and Oliver in the right place at the right time for Falkirk. Airdrie though trying to create another chance, and Gallagher to Hancock. Gallagher again. Sends it in low towards Adam Frizzell. And that is a fantastic save from Nicky Hogarth.
That's a save straight out the top drawer. Frizzell, he gets far too much time to get that shot away. No Falkirk player coming across to block it. And it's the number one that bails out Falkirk's defence there.
All credit as well. It's a terrific effort from Adam Frizzell. It's arrowing towards that top corner. Delivery swung in on top of the goalkeeper. It's punched and it's saved again. And Sean Mackey launches it long. Nicky Hogarth is very much keeping this at 0-0. Forced back by Henderson, but does well to find McMaster in midfield. Here's Duffy. McGrattan outside. It is McGrattan. Neat feet from McGrattan. Goes for goal, and it wasn't a bad effort.
No, it was a very good effort.
Melrose clips it out to Duffy. Header drops for Mackey, who finds Ethan Ross with space to attack the box. It's Ethan Ross drifting in, sends it into Oliver, saved by Melrose, and Miller taps home! Magical Miller is at it again! When Falkirk were in a pinch, who pops up? But the man in such good form for the Bairns. Another goal, that's 9 for the season. He's the club's top scorer. And he is the man of the moment.
That's great work. Ethan Rossi puts a great ball across goal. Gary slides in, gets a fantastic contact. The goalie can only palm it. And Calvin Miller in the right place at the right time. He's been the man of the moment the last few games for Falkirk, and he gets another goal.
It looked as though young Cade Melrose had once again done enough to thwart Falkirk, but it just slipped out of his hands, and you have to have, some sort of sympathy for the young goalkeeper doing what all good attackers do, following in and getting the easiest goal he's ever likely to get. Frizzell goes down. Mackey lifts it forwards. Maybe a nudge from Aidan Wilson, but Ewan Anderson having none of it. Miller comes away with it. Looks for Stewart, who just didn't get his bearings. Here's Tate, now Adams. Falkirk wanting a second, they want it quickly, and it goes to Stewart. Now Calvin Miller! And the deflection had Melrose scrambling, but credit to the young goalkeeper, he did well to recover. Duffy into Frizzell. Now Diak. Diak's continued his run and has a chance to strike for goal! And that was a whisker away.
That was not far wide whatsoever. Falkirk just gambled, trying to win the ball, and Diak managed to wriggle free.
Holds it up for Airdrie. Looks long for the word of mockery. Helps it up. Strikes for goal. It's free. And Mackey sends it away.
Nicky Hogarth again producing an unbelievable save. He's been my man of the match certainly today for Falkirk.
Diak. Brophy wins it. Spencer. Now Arfield. Tate has continued his run. Might get there first. Falkirk penalty.
That is absolutely immense running from Dylan Tate to win that penalty kick. Just sheer determination so late in the game.
Scott Arfield with a chance to put this one beyond doubt. It's Arfield! A roof-raising goal at the Falkirk Stadium as one of her own scores a goal which takes Falkirk a giant step closer to their ultimate goal of returning to Scotland's top tier after 15 years away. cool as a cucumber, under pressure. What pressure? Pressure's for tyres.
Dispatched expertly into the corner. Scotty Arfield. Just a very experienced penalty. And Falkirk can finally take a breath as they look to have wrapped this up in the dying moments.
Just look at the bounce here at the Falkirk Stadium. This is what it means to this football club. This is looking like a huge result. Full time at the Falkirk Stadium, and the Bairns dig out a huge result at home to the team in 10th place. On the balance of play and the way that game went, you would not think that Airdrie were toiling at the bottom of the table. They put in a very, very commendable display, unlucky not to have scored a goal at all, but Falkirk doing what teams in the position which Falkirk are do and grinding out a result and another clean sheet.
Yeah, absolutely. Falkirk just throwing their bodies on the line, defending very well, and just in the dying moments, the determination to get onto a loose ball and just secure the victory and the 3 points in the bag.